Here's how you are going to actually use content to grow your brand and business, but without this, it's just going to fail because you won't understand how to actually use content to get clients. Maybe you can get views, but you won't convert them because you aren't using these 4 pillars. But before I get into that, you need to understand what you're trying to achieve from social media. Well, is it promoting your own service or product? Is it promoting someone else's service or product? Or are you just getting it for the attention and to become a creator? And the reason you need to understand what you're trying to get from social media is so you can align your goals with your plan. And to do this, you're just going to have to choose one of them. And the one I'm going to be focusing on today is actually promoting your own service or product. So, how are you going to do this? So the first one is brand identity. You need to have your own brand and make sure you're more memorable as a creator. You need to see the likes of Devin Jatho, Ali Abdaal. You know them because of their editing styles and the tone of voice. Now, if you want to become anything like them, you need to have your own style and own brand. If you actually just have like different colors on your page, maybe that's pink, red, blue, green, loads of different colors, no one's gonna remember you because you don't have a consistent theme that you're sticking with. Now, to make sure you have a consistent theme, you'd use the same colors, fonts, transitions, motion, backgrounds, all these different things come into play that you have to understand that you need to use to make sure you're more of a memorable creator. Like Devin Jatho, you know him because of his editing style, mainly because of that. And now loads of different people are trying to copy it, use that exact style. Now, don't do it. Don't just copy his exact style because you're going to become exactly like him and no one is as good as the original. So you have to make your own style, whether that's using a different font and using a complete different editing style, just making sure you're more unique as a creator, because if you want to be anything like him, you have to be a unique creator. And that's just a small point. The major point that I have for you is value dumping. You need to be giving all of your value away that you know. All the knowledge that you have, just give it away in your videos, because people aren't going to stay along for a video where you give someone just the common knowledge, hey, you need to post consistently, or you need to do this, you need to sell things on Amazon. You can't be giving really simple value away. You have to be giving super unknown myths, secrets, controversial topics. Just give away all the value that you can that most people don't know about, but you know about, that you can help the average person or your ideal prospect. Because obviously you need to be targeting the right people, but I'll get into that after. Because with value dumps, you can actually show that you're the expert, because that's the point of social media, is showing people that you know more than them, so they want to buy your high ticket service or whatever service you're selling or product. So you have to show, as a coach specifically, that you know more than the average person or your ideal prospect, so you can actually help them. Because if they don't understand that you know more, then why would they want to sign on with you? Because you clearly can't help them if you don't know more. So that's like the basis of why you're going to be giving all the value away. And then that leads me into targeting your content to the right people. Because you can give all the value away that you can, but if you don't target it, no one's going to actually watch it that you want to. You want your ideal prospects to watch it so they can learn something and realize that you're the one they should be working with. So the way you target it is by using this one content framework. So first you have to identify a common problem within your niche as the hook, which can be spanned in a controversial way, a negative way, a positive way, or any kind of spin that you want to take with it. Then once you have that, you need to be targeting it directly to them. So speak like you're directly talking to your ideal prospect, so you can attract those people and they will engage with your video, then Instagram pushes it out more to them. That's how you're going to get basically a free way of posting ads without even having to spend any money. You're just going to target it to the right people. Then once you've done that, you need to then use the loop method. The loop method is basically where you say you're going to give the value and then you go ahead and actually give the value. I know it sounds super simple, but the way you do this, it just drives more curiosity, because once they've found out that they have a problem that you're going to give them a solution to, they're then curious to find out what it actually is. So you can just play that to make them stay for longer, so Instagram can push your video for longer, push your video further. Then with the looping method, the way you do this is you say, here are the 3 methods to help you, solve X problem, but you have to stay till the end, otherwise it won't work. Something like that to make them stay as long as possible. You just have to play for the watch time and the retention rate, because that is what Instagram loves to actually push their content, because they want people to stay on their platform. So with targeting content, that is the main framework you're going to use. Obviously you can do different variations of it with the hook, with the way you're speaking, all these different things to make it your brand. Just make sure that's the kind of framework that you're using. So the last one I'm going to share is high quality. That is basically you just showing you know what you're doing and that you are an authority figure. Because if it is having like a terrible camera quality, bad lighting, your background just makes you look weird, and you're in a basement in some broken down walls as your house is breaking down, and why would anyone go on with you? you have to make sure you're seen as someone that is high quality. They know what they're doing. They're an all-round well-presented person, because why would anyone work with someone? They pay a high-ticket service for someone that's doesn't know what they're doing. They can't control their own life. Why would someone work? Show that you know what you're doing. That's the whole point of social media. You have to show things. Show that you're the expert. Show that you are high quality. Show your high perceived value. So basically, you just need to be having a high quality setup, or at least showing that you have some sort of high quality life. Otherwise, they're not going to sign on with you, because the targeted content is great. The value dumps are great. The brand identity is great. But if you're not showing to your prospects that you are already living the dream life that they want, then why would they buy a service from someone that doesn't live the dream life that the service is promising? So it just doesn't make sense. So show that life. Express it in different ways to your content, with your stories. Just nurture your followers through those different methods. Now, speaking of followers, there's two different types of followers that you can have: a low quality follower and a high quality follower. A low quality follower is basically just any random person not in your niche and doesn't engage with your videos at all. They don't look at your stories, they don't look at your content. These kind of followers are just kind of useless to have. Obviously, it helps build an audience a little bit, but the followers to show people that you have the followers, but they're not someone that you can turn into a paying customer. And the whole point of content isn't just posting for the sake of content because you have to. It's about actually using it as a tool. That's what people don't see social media as these days. I think they just feel like they have to post. Social media is just a weapon and a tool that you can use to massively automate your lead generation. So, with content, if you're doing all the things I said above, you can gain those high quality followers. But if you don't, then it's just not going to work out with you. And a high quality follower and audience is where they engage with your content constantly. They may nurture through your content and will become a paying customer. They're also in your niche specifically. They're not just in some random niche, not any random person. Then the last one is basically you need to have them understanding what your offer messaging is. What is your offer? And that's basically more on you than it is the follower, but they need to understand what your offer messaging is, because if they don't understand what your service is, what you're selling, and they don't understand, what you're actually doing, then they're not going to be so intrigued to find out, more about the service, because they just don't know what you do. Because if someone's looking for content creation, someone's looking for generating leads through content, I'm not gonna not say that in my in my videos, in my bio. You have to have an optimized profile to convert them, because getting the views, getting the targeted people, basically the end goal of content is to get them onto your page. Then you redirect them to either DM you or to go on a link to YouTube, whatever your funnel is and the end goal and what your result wants to be. Then that is the end goal. But without an optimized profile, they're not going to do anything. So it will all worth it. The entire thing I've just explained will not be worth it. So you need to make sure that you understand why you are posting content and your end goal to direct them to the right page and have an optimized profile. So if you're still here to the end of the video and you've actually listened to what I've been telling you, then you need to go ahead and implement this right now if you aren't doing so already. Because if you're not doing this, you're just going to fail as a coach, a creator, or anyone selling a service or a product, because you aren't properly getting an audience to your page. Because I've seen people get like hundreds of thousands of views, maybe like 10,000 views as well. They're not getting any paying customers or clients coming in because their content is literally speaking to nobody and it just doesn't convert. And I've seen people get like 1,000 views to 2,000 views. They get way more potential clients based off the fact that they actually target the videos to showing that they have the value with a high quality setup. Because it's not all about getting the vanity metrics such as views, likes, comments. It's about getting the real people onto your page. So if you actually listen, that is how you're going to do that. If you did find this video valuable, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, drop a like on the video, and just follow along and gain some value in the process.